Do you feel unfulfilled? Maybe you have a good job that you perform very well, you make a nice living at it, but at the end of the day, it just feels like something is missing. Or you might be like me, where I told myself, once I get to this position, or once I reach this level of salary, I'm gonna feel great. But then you finally get there, and it's not what you thought it was gonna be. If so, you might be operating in your zone of excellence, rather than operating in your zone of genius. If you can relate to any of this, stick around for the rest of the video because we're going to talk about exactly this today. There are 4 zones that most of us will experience throughout the course of our lives. The zone of incompetence, competence, excellence, and then the zone of genius. The zone of incompetence is exactly what it sounds like. Things that we're not able to do very well. I can give you a quick example. About 7 years ago when I first started living with my wife, we had a pipe that was leaking water. Now, I know from experience that I'm not very handy with tools, but I wanted to save face with my wife. So I went ahead and attempted to repair the pipe, and long story short, I made it worse. I spent 4 or 5 hours of my weekend trying to repair this pipe, only to make it leak even more than it was leaking before I tried to make the repair. Now, the only reason that you would want to spend time working on your zone of incompetence is if the thing that you're doing is something that you are passionate about, that you enjoy, and that you plan on progressively getting better at. An example for this, in my case, would be golf. Golf is something that I'm not very good at, but I enjoy it, and I'm working on getting better at it every day. In the zone of competence are the things that we're able to do, but there's a lot of people out there who can do these things as well, probably better than we can. An example of this for me would be using Microsoft Excel. I'm able to do basic functions, maybe even a VLOOKUP, but there's a lot of people out there who are way better at it than I am. Now, it's not a bad thing to build these competencies, but you don't want to spend the rest of your life doing something that a lot of other people could be doing as well. In the zone of excellence are the things that we are very good at. Some examples of this for me are problem solving and leadership. I've been doing these things for the past 20 years, so I'm very comfortable with analyzing a problem and coming up with a practical solution. It's almost become second nature to me. It can be good to operate in your zone of excellence. The problem here is this is where our comfort zone is. Some of us will be so comfortable here that we will become fearful to pursue our zone of genius. And the zone of genius are the things that you were born to do. This is where you will use your God-given gifts to serve the kingdom of God and its people. I would love to give you some examples of my zone of genius, but I'm still discovering what that is. I know one thing for sure. It serves a much bigger purpose than just myself. This is something that is uniquely built in me that I'm meant to share with the world. And even though I'm a little bit fearful, I'm very excited to discover what that is. And I'm going to do whatever it takes to reach that zone of genius. Thank you very much for watching our video today. I really hope you enjoyed it as much as I did. This is To My Younger Self Media. I am your friend Mauricio Avila. Let me know in the comments, are you operating in your zone of excellence or have you discovered your zone of genius? If you enjoyed the video, please consider subscribing to our YouTube channel. Smash that like button. God bless you and I will talk to you soon.